If you're someone who's running a credit repair business and you keep getting stuck under $10,000 months, I'm going to give you all 5 mistakes that 95% of credit repair companies make and show you exactly how I got my credit repair business over a $500,000 a year. We're going to go over everything, every mistake, all of the principles. I got my co-host here with me, my man Kevon.
What's up, guys? Kevon here. It's like, nah, I'm playing.
So I'm going to get into it. So the first thing I want to get into is why 95% of credit repair businesses never get over $10,000. First thing I would say, not enough leads, and we're going to go over that. The next thing is they're not good at sales. Next thing, they never deliver on a promise, which is the most important thing ever. If you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. The next thing is they don't charge enough, not enough profit. The last thing, but not least, is not having enough sales. That's something that can render your business bad. What you got to say about that? You got anything?
Really, I just had a question about, like, when you said not, like, your promise. Like, based off your promise, like, do you think, like, there's a certain promise that people, a promise that everybody should have? Is there a promise that everybody should have, or is it per business?
Okay, so I'm going to get into that one. What I'm going to get into first, where do I want to go first? First, I want to get into, like, leads, because that's very important. A lot of people get in business, and I don't think, if you don't have consistent leads coming in my opinion, you don't have a business. So the first thing I want to go over with leads that people skip over is, like, why do you think companies don't have leads?
Because they're not marketing right. They're not reaching out to enough people that's interested in what they need, or that problem that they need that your business is, giving out.
When you hear marketing, like, what do you think of when you hear, like, when somebody say, like, hey, you got to market more in your business?
I say more like talking to people, telling them, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, like brand awareness and stuff like that. Like cold calling, sending emails out and stuff like that.
Yeah, so when I think of marketing, the most important thing for me is outreach. Reaching out to people is just like what you just said, like prospecting, making calls. I think the dopest thing you can do when you're making calls, most people get frustrated because they don't get people to say no. Like, I think that it's a mindset shift is when you're doing prospecting, try to get 10 no's in a row. It's almost impossible to get 10 no's in a row. And on top of that, make sure you're sending out about 100 DMs a day. Make sure that you're creating the email list. Like, if you got something going on, like, hey, if you want this, subscribe to this email and I give you such and such. So I just think that most people don't consistently get enough outreach. They don't give themselves enough opportunities to get more clients.
Yeah, that's something we was talking about the last time we talked.
Yeah.
Based off of, like you said, opportunity. Because when you give opportunity for yourself, then, like you said, that's what's going to help build you. Without opportunity, what is it? What is the business without opportunity? Because obviously somebody started from somewhere. Somebody went through something to start, in my opinion, at least the people that I know that started business. What they are in business for is something that they had a problem with. Like, for example, you're in credit. So, like, you had a credit issue at some point in time, and it made you like, man, let me figure out how I can do this myself. And then you built from there.
Right. So I would say, like, another thing, like, when people, like, creating content, or even if you're doing, like, if you create emails, it can be a blog, it can be a Facebook group you got. A lot of people say it's like, hey, let's just use, like, funding. It's like, hey, I can get you $250K. And when people hear that and you don't understand funding, like, I know that that's possible because I'm in the space. But imagine, like, somebody don't know the first thing about credit and funding, and they got the stranger telling them, like, hey, I can get you $250,000. They scam alert go off. So instead of saying, hey, I can get you $250,000, like, hey, I can fix your credit, I can get you an opportunity to get funding from companies based off showing proof of this and proof of this. I focus on the pain. Like, hey, if you spending this much money, I'll be able to get you credit cards that can help you with your overhead. People will trust you to help them away from pain, but people won't trust you with pleasure. Like, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, so I want to give an example out. I went to this hoop session, and dude knows you too. I don't know if you know him, but
Right.
he was like, because I was talking to one of the guys about real estate, and I was telling him to reach out to you because, y'all can partner or whatever. And he was like, yeah, man, so how can I get 20,000 so I can, get on a cruise and go overseas and stuff and come back? Like, what can he do? I'm like, talk to him about getting your credit. You got to see your stuff so you can get that funding, I guess.
Yeah, what do you mean, like, to get 20,000 to go on a cruise?
He wanted a lot of money to go spend it off and have to pay it back or some shit he was talking about. So
the thing is, see, this is the thing about it. I love credit repair, and I love helping people. I don't enjoy, like, helping people with funding if I don't believe that they'll be able to have enough money to pay it back. Like, I don't think you should get funded. If you're looking to go get, like, there's somebody that'd be like, hey, I'm starting a service-based business and I need $150,000 in funding. I'm like, that don't make sense. Like, you're selling a service. You're not selling a product. What are you spending $150,000 on? Most people got to make sure that they're profitable enough before they get funded on money. Like, if you get, let's say if you get funded for $100,000, do you know for a fact you can make $130 back? Because you got to understand, the company who gets you funded, they're going to charge you 10 to 7%. And then you're not even thinking about the interest on the money that you're borrowing. Mm-hmm. Even if it's credit cards, it's 0% interest for the first 12 months. What about if you haven't made that balance back in the first year, which most people won't, because they don't understand how to at least make 30, 40% profit on that money. So I just think that it's not a good idea for people to go out and get funded if they haven't figured out how to make the money back to pay it when they get it.
Yeah, in his case, I don't know. I was just telling him, like, go talk to him, because I was like, that's a lot of money for you just to go throw away.
Yeah, man, he got to go to another company, man. I really, seriously though, because it's like, I don't think I'll be helping you. If I'm getting you money that I don't think you can pay back, like, I just wouldn't feel comfortable helping somebody do that.
I mean, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that just by the way he was saying. Like, I just want to go and do this and spend this money. I just want this amount. I'm like, hey, man, that sounds kind of stupid, but hey, go talk to him, though. You said you got his number. Give him a call.
Yeah. But, yeah, to get back to, like, the pain versus pleasure focus, just to give you an example, say if I'll give you an example. Let's say if you go out to a restaurant, right? You order a hot meal. Now, let's say you lay your hand over, boom, you hit the plate, everything flip on you, right? Mm-hmm. It's hot, it's burning, it's all over your outfit. If a stranger came up and like, hey, I'll help you, let me grab that for you, grab this. You'll trust them because you're in pain. You're not worried about like, hey, do I know this person? Is this person this? Is this person that? But you won't trust that person to book your vacation or go on vacation with you. You won't trust them for the pleasure, but you'll trust somebody to help you out of pain. So anytime you like marketing or you doing outreach, like always focus on solving pain. Because you got to understand, as entrepreneurs, I say it all the time, we're problem solvers. Mm-hmm. So stay in the problem. Always tell somebody how you can fix their problem and get them away from pain. It's just human psychology. Some people try to reinvent the wheel and try to do it their own way, but it don't work like that. Why would you fight against nature? That's how human minds operate.
Mm-hmm. So based off of like you saying fighting nature, how would you explain that to people in business? What is that like for you?
So what do you mean?
Okay, so like for example, when have you caught yourself in your business like thinking like, all right, I'm not doing this right. It's not supposed to go like this, and I know that I'm trying to kind of finagle a little bit. It's going against your nature in business, basically. Like,
hold on, I'm not understanding what you're saying.
So like, now you know like the mistakes you did before. Was right. It you going against the nature of business?
Principles. So when I went over like in the beginning, if you get better at those 5 things that I went over, then you're going to get better at business. That's when your business start to see those 50Xs, those 100X returns. Because if you understand how to get leads, you understand how to sell, you deliver on your promise, if you charge enough money and you selling consistently, how would you not make more money in business? That's principles. That's something, that's even biblical. Like those are principles that people the businesses been profitable before me and you were even here, hundreds of years before us. That's the principles. Just imagine if somebody comes to you and they need the thing, whatever it is you're selling, and you understand all 5 aspects of business, like how do you not make more money?
Yeah. I feel like pretty much all those is like the main things in business for you to want to grow in general.
Right. So yeah, I think that getting leads is the most important thing, because some people, I know people with hundreds of thousands of followers, with 10 times more followers than me, but they don't make 25% of the money because they don't understand how to sell. They don't understand how to generate leads. They think like, hey, I'm going to keep posting this content and I'm going to go viral and I'm going to make a lot of money. I know people that got videos with 1 million, 2 million views and made $0 off of it.
Not even people reaching back out like, hey, what does this mean? Why, how'd you do that? Nothing like that either.
But it's like, you got to think, some people content don't have a CTA. It's not a call to action on there. So it's just like people will look at it, they're interested in it, they like it, but you didn't give them a direction. It's like, hey, reach out to me. Hey, book a call. Shoot me a DM. Like, you haven't done that. So people go viral, then they come back. Like, I had somebody in my credit group. This one I was just doing credit repair. It's like, hey, you doing pretty well in credit. I got this video that went viral. How do I go back and make some money off of it? I was like, it's kind of like, that was 2 weeks ago. It's kind of too late at that point. When you making a video, you got to have the intentions of the outcome. Just like this video. I got the thumbnail, I got the description, I got the title, and in my phone, I got all the notes of everything I want to go over. So
that's
I'm
like
super
structure.
intentional with this video.
Yeah. You got to have structure in anything in business, in my opinion. If you don't got structure or that foundation, you're going to fail in anything, for real. So I feel like anything that you do, business-wise, life-wise, you need that type of structure, some type of being organized.
Sure, yeah, definitely. And I think to get back to like the lead thing, the best way to get leads in credit repair is affiliate partners. Imagine solving a problem of somebody who already got a problem. Imagine a business that got people getting denied over and over again, and they don't have a way to get that money. Let's say like a mortgage broker. If they got a whole bunch of clients getting denied, they can't go out and go get the money. They can't get the money from the person closing on a deal, and the person can't get their dream house. So if you come in the middle, I solve this person's problem. I give him a couple dollars for sending me the lead, and I charge this person, and I make money off that. We all win. I want to make money. He want to get his credit fixed so he can get approved, and he want to get his bonus. It's a win-win-win for all three. And if you got an affiliate partner, imagine a good salesman. Let's say he get 5 people denied every day. Let's say if you can close 2 of them. And I tell my students to close at $1,000 each. That's $2,000 a day. Would you be happy with that?
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Like I was talking to my buddy Brent. When he was in the credit repair group, he had a guy, and this was genius. I'm still chasing this type of affiliate. So the company Spectrum, you know what that is? So he called Spectrum. He got in a partnership with them. So every time they get somebody denied for their services, they will send the profile over to him. And he doing 7 figures a month just off that one company.
That's smart. I ain't gonna lie.
But that's the thing that people don't do in credit repair. They try to do the B2C, which is the business to client, and they try to talk to one client at a time. But the problem is, when you're trying to grow your company, you're never going to get enough leads, and it's going to take too much work to get the leads. Or if you run ads. People don't understand. When I first started running ads, I lost like what, $6,500 before I even made $1. But people don't understand. Like you gotta hit your right target when you're running ads. So any good ad person, any good ad agent gonna make sure you got a couple $1,000s to burn before you even start running ads. So if you having money problems, the ads is probably not the best idea to start out with.
Better start stepping. So like, when it came down to that, what do you recommend for other people that's starting to do like a credit repair company? Like, what is a company that you're trying to target, for example?
So any company who's struggling with getting consistent leads or talking to the right people, because even though I say like go talk to mortgage brokers, you still got to have a great script and know what to say and have social proof. Like just like content, like people try to get on content and sell. People, like I told you before, people don't buy off your content. My content is for social proof and brand awareness. Same thing with ads. I use that for brand awareness and social proof. I'll have a CTA that lead into them. Maybe I might sell them on an email. Maybe I might sell them in a private Facebook group. But it's like you're never really going to sell off of your social media. It's not what it's for.
Yeah,
it's for social proof and brand awareness. Because a lot of customers is going to have a lot of questions like, hey, what if I have a late payment on there? He didn't say nothing about late payments. Or what if it's a collections? You answer all of those questions in your content. So about time they get on the phone and they watch enough of your content, they probably going to have a lot of answers to their questions.
So do you like point people towards your content?
Do I drive people towards my content?
Yeah.
Well, like ads, and we send a lot of DMs. We do emails. We do phone. We pretty much target from every angle. But I would say like affiliates is probably the best. Like that was for credit repair. But are you referring to coaching?
Anything, even for that. Like, so for you coaching, and you have your little free classes or whatever, even your paid classes. So like, what do you think most of their problems is based off of those 5 things that you listed off at the beginning?
Most people's problem?
Like in your group that you feel like you got to fix or, show them how to go about
Getting consistent leads.
Okay.
Because there's some people that's literally, I won't say they're great at sales, but they're good enough where if they get on the phone with a client, they can close them. So I don't think that's most people. Sales is not most people's problems. It's the lead problem. It's getting consistent leads, like getting people who's looking for credit repair services every day. And then getting consistent leads. Because you might have a week where, hey, I closed 10 people, and you might go 2-3 weeks. Because that's the thing people don't talk about in credit repair. People will show you their receipts when they're doing well. Let me see 3 months straight, 4 months straight, 6 months of how it looked. Like the example of, if you're somebody that's not a business owner, somebody can easily tell you like, hey, I made 120,000 this year, and you think like, dang, you made $10,000 a month. That's not close to the truth. The truth is, hey, they probably made 15,000 this month. They made 1,500. They took a loss this month, and this month they bounced back and made 18,000. That's what it really looked like. It's a roller coaster. It's just like trying to scale your company. When you hear scale, people think we're about to make money. But in reality, scaling costs money. Because before I scale, what do I got to do? I got to grow my scale. I got to grow my team. I got to pay for more money to put into my system. I got to put more money in the ads. So scaling really look like this. Hey, I got to hire two new people. Now I got to train them for 2 weeks. Okay, now I got them trained. Okay, now they pay kick in 2 weeks later, and we haven't made money yet because we're still training them. Or just like I told you earlier, I lost $6,500 in ads. So when we run those ads, you might lose a couple thousand there. You got a couple new team members. You got this new stuff in your system that might cost you a couple grand. So scaling is a roller coaster.
So like based off of that, like what do you think like hurt you the most in that aspect in business? So like you said, like, oh, well, I got to pay this person. Now they got to wait 2 weeks later. Now I got to figure out how I'm going to do this and do that. Like what is the hardest part in your opinion?
At the stage I'm at now, you meant like in the beginning or now?
Let's say like mid, like 2-3 years in.
I think everything was tough until I created a system. Because now I can pretty much predict how much money we're going to do weekly, how much money we're going to do monthly, because it's stabilized. I know how many affiliate partners I need. I know how much money I need to put in the ads. I know, how many people we need to reach out to. I understand all of those things now. So once you create a system, it was getting consistent leads like everybody else. Like I started off stuck. Couldn't get past a couple thousand when I first got into the business. Until I hired a mentor, somebody that was way ahead of me, that taught me a system like, okay, plug this into your system. Go high level. Go get Credit Repair Cloud. Do this, do that. Reach out to these people. Hire this person. And then it got easier. So I would say building out a system and definitely hiring somebody who's already been where you try to go. Because when you try to figure it out, that's what I did my first 5 years of business. It was a roller coaster. I made money, but I lost a lot of money too.
Well, let's say that in your other business. What is...
So, hold on. Before you say that, let me say this. So to answer your question, now that I think back a couple years ago, my biggest problem was putting money back into the business. Like, I used to, like, say if I made $10,000, in my mind, and this was like the first 5 years in business, in my mind, I made $10,000, this is my $10,000. I didn't think about, hey, I owe taxes. I didn't think about, like, hey, I got to put this money back in to pay for new clients. So I'm overworking myself trying to get new clients. And that's what hurt me. not understanding to put the money back. It's a machine. You put $1 in, you get $10 back. That's how ad work. That's how lead generation work. That's how marketing work. Like, before you hire somebody, if you're paying them, and this is just a hypothetical number, if I'm paying you $500, I want to make sure that I can generate $2,000 off of you for it to make sense for the books. Probably a lot more than that, but that's at least what you want to be. You want to be 4 times what you're paying.
Yeah. So, like, what I was going to ask before about your first business, your car rentals.
Right.
When you didn't have a system with that, how was you getting your leads? How was you marketing yourself that way?
So the thing was, I was working at a club at the time, and there was people who needed cars. So I didn't have, but I wasn't trying to scale it either. The cars I had, I already had them at home because I was just rebuilding them and selling them. I never thought to rent them out. So I had a girl that came in from out of town, wanted to rent a car out for $100 a night, a Challenger. And I'm like, it's a no-brainer. It's just sitting in the yard collecting dust. So I rented that car out to her. I knew some football players, and I started renting cars out to them. And then to fast forward the story, because I don't want to dive deep into that, I started renting them out to like my homeboys around me. There was like door dashing. So that's when I started getting economy cars. That's when I started seeing the real money, because I'm renting cars out to people who's looking for delivery services. So it was a no-brainer. It was pretty much printing money, because I had like 5 cars and I knew 10 people, so I didn't have enough cars, and that list just grew and grew and grew and grew. And I think that having a car rental business, it made me think that business was easier than it was, because I was reselling the same thing over and over again. But when you came into credit repair, you only repair somebody's credit maybe one time. Maybe they come back a couple years later and you have to do their credit, but you're repairing their credit one time, then you have to go find a new client. So the thing is, you got to figure out how to get consistent income from somebody, because everybody talk about like generating a new lead and selling them, generating a new lead and selling them. That's hard. If you can have a client come in like with continuity, you know what that is?
Just explain it for me. So
Continuity is like your cell phone bill, something you pay every month. Continuity is like me having, like, I start like a credit monitoring, giving people information, helping them out with certain things to monitor their credit, do a service of $99 a month. And then that way I got continuity. So that way, say if I got 10 people signed up at $100 a month, that's $1,000 coming in no matter what. So usually businesses that don't have continuity, they start off every month at 0, and then they got to make money. But if you got continuity, just imagine you wake up on the 1st and you got money coming in guaranteed like clockwork. That's the difference. So when I started thinking like that, that's when business got easier for me, because I had money guaranteed coming in and I wasn't starting from 0. And I think that's another thing where most companies, they can't scale to their first 10,000. I think that's where they struggle at.
So do you think, like, based off of people paying that monthly thing or whatever, like, is that not like for people who can't afford it, or are you throwing that offer out to people who can afford it, but it just helps you in the long run?
Let me say this. So anytime you're going out to get a client, make sure it's like your target audience. You need to know, it's like, okay, so my services cost this much. You can even use AI to predict this. Okay, my continuity plan is this much. Okay, my services cost this much. If they want to break it down and do a payment, it costs this much. You need to figure out your target audience. You need to figure out how much money would they make a year to be able to afford your services. So that way, when you're targeting somebody, they don't have money problems, because the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you can make. If you're trying to make $100,000, then you probably gonna solve like a $500 problem, a $700 problem. If you're trying to make millions, then it probably make more sense to solve a $10,000 problem, because it's the less. Because that's the thing, when you go up on your price, yes, you're gonna sell less people, but you're gonna do less work to make more money. So let's say if your service is now like what you in the content space, let's say if you charge $100 per client, right? You got a lot of clients, okay? Now let's say if you change that number from 100 to 500, now you making what, 4 or 5 times the amount, but you're serving less people. So if you close one person, you're literally doing only 20% of the work, but you're making 5 times more the money. So think about that when you're serving somebody in another tax bracket problem. So solve a bigger problem if you want to make more money. Target people who make more money, so you don't even have to think about that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So like, is that like another level of marketing, or do you think like that's something that anybody can pretty much do?
That's the thing that people don't think about. Listen, if you solve a $10,000 problem, or you solve a $50,000 or $50 problem, it takes the same work.
Same work.
Same work. Because you gotta think, if you solve a problem for somebody that can afford $10, right? But you solve this problem for $10,000, right? But this person look at $10,000 like $10. You're solving the same. It's the same thing. They're going to close on it at $10,000. They're going to close on it at $10. It takes the same amount of work.
So, like, in your opinion, people that's in business or whatever, like, do you think that's like them? Let's just say level again. Like that person that's doing 100 to 10,000. This person might look at that person like, oh, they're making this much money. Like, I'm kind of nervous to talk to them. I'm scared to try to bring my services to them. Like, what is something that you kind of would tell somebody who would say that?
Okay, so I'll get into the next thing, which is sales. So that's a sales problem. That's the next thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not good enough at sales. So you would have to work on like the confidence, reaching out, talking to people, networking. But you also going to understand your target audience is going to be, let's say if it's $1,000 problem, you probably want somebody making $80K a year, $70K a year. So you have to be confident enough to make the ask. Most people don't have the confidence to make the ask. And make sure when you're trying to sell, you're talking about fixing the pain. So I'll give you an example. Let's say if I get on the credit repair call, we could just role play it out, and I'm gonna go through like my exact process of how I sell somebody. So we're gonna click on the phone. You say hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? This is Ray Sean from Next Level Funding. I'll call about your credit repair appointment.
No, I ain't called about no appointment. I'm just fine. Okay, sir. How can I help you?
So I was just calling you. Talk to me a little bit about your credit. What's going on?
I just got a repo on my car. I just got evicted, and I'm in bankruptcy, and I don't know what to do.
Okay, my next question for you, is there anything you looking to do with your credit? Like, you looking to get a house, a car, or are you looking to do anything with your credit, like, in the near future?
Well, obviously, I'm going to have to get me a new apartment, but a house wouldn't be too bad. Okay. I had a business idea I possibly wanted to get into.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on the house because that's the closest thing. Okay, so when I focus on that house, I'm going to ask you, it's like, okay, so you're looking to get a house like in the next maybe 3 to 6 months, sir?
Yes.
Okay, that's a realistic timeline. How many negative items you got on your credit?
From what I looked at, you might be able to see more, but I can only see like 3 or 4 right now.
Okay, so now at this point, I'm going to open up, and I'm going to get your information. I'm going to look at your credit report. I'm going to go over your credit report with you. Okay, we're going to fix this negative items. And what I'm going to do is like, hey, how much is the balance on this? Let's say if the balance on everything on your credit is $90,000 that you owe, okay? Mm-hmm. Now let's say I can remove this stuff. Let's say it's going to take me 90 days. Now this is how now look how I do the sale. I'm going to do the sale with positioning. People never focus on positioning with sales. Because if I just say, hey, it's $1,000, you're going to think that's a lot of money, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of me saying that, I'm going to say, hey, if you're looking to get a new house, I'm going to send you a statistic that's real, and you can look this up. It's a real number. Most people that get a house with bad credit spend an extra $100,000 against the principal. Our services are only $1,000. So you're really saving $99,000 by getting these services done. And you're not going to pay the idiot tax of over people spend over $100,000 in their lifetime for having bad credit. And this is $1,000 service. So I just compared it to this, which is a real number. If you go get a mortgage, it's going to cost you an extra $100,000 against the principal. That's not even going to get your loan. Versus you fix your credit for $1,000. So that's
and
just
spending
you
less money in the long run.
I'll go even further with it. Now let's say we want to say, hey, I want to go get a new car. So this is what I'm going to say if you want a new car. I'm going to say it's like, hey, Most people to go get a new car, it costs them an extra $9,000 to $10,000 against the interest. Same thing. Our service is only $1,000. So you thinking about this $10,000 that you're gonna spend anyway on interest, versus if you come fix your credit, you're gonna save $9,000 by only spending this $1,000 today. Let's take it a step further in coaching, right? So I teach principles when it comes to coaching. So if I'm telling you these 5 principles that we're going over in this video, and I'm saying it's like, hey, how much does college cost?
Shoot, depending on where you go, up to 30 to 40
a year.
Yeah.
And let's say it's going to take you at least 4 years. So college is around $100,000, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's say my coaching program is $3,500. If you go to college, the chances of you making $100,000 a year is very slim. The chances of you making $250,000 a year is impossible. The chances of you having a $50,000 a month from a college education is not it's not existent, and it's going to take you 4 years to do it. This coaching program is 3 months, and if you follow these principles, you're going to hit 6 figures. So it's literally a tenth of the money, and it's going to take a tenth of the time. And the chances of you hitting this number, and this is something you can pass down to your kids. Do you see how I positioned it? Because most times if I say, hey, my program is $3,500, it's $5,000. Most people are like, ooh, that's a lot of money. But let me compare it to something that everybody do. Because if you think this program is scam, then what is college?
Because, man, you're going to be in debt for $80,000 for the rest of your life.
Right.
Even if you are making over $100,000 a year, you got a lot of other stuff you got to be focused on other than just paying that loan back.
Exactly, and that's the thing about it. I'm giving you something that is going to put you in a better space financially. I'm not going to do the comparison, what's better, coaching program or college. That's for somebody to debate at home. I'm saying that it's going to make more sense for you to pay this small amount for this, and you learn the principles on how to sell. Even if you don't want to start your credit repair business, you get in a program. You understand the principles of making money in business, and that information is priceless.
No, I agree, because that right there, like, listening to that, it just, like, it kind of do make you think, like, man, like, people really spend this amount of money. People really, like, I ain't gonna lie, my first car, I told you this before, though, but what did I tell you? It was, like,
$17,000.
Yeah, I was like,
but how much was the actual car?
10.
So at interest, it would have been like what, $17,000?
Yeah, it was like 17. Close
so
to
it was an extra
17.3.
$7,000 in interest.
Yeah.
So the number I just told you is real.
Yeah,
it's a real number, and that's the thing about having bad credit.
But my thing is, well, what do you consider bad credit? Because I got approved for that around 750.
See, and it's crazy you said that. There's a difference between having a good credit score and a good credit profile.
But this is one of I didn't have really much on it, though. All I had was, I don't think I had my credit card at the time. But I think that was when I was first starting. Actually, no, I lied. Because when I was like 15, 16, not knowing, don't judge me for this. I went up to Chase, oh yeah, I want to get a credit card, da-da-da. Man, the blue and green looking shiny cars, the Freedom card at Chase.
Oh man, they got
shiny
object.
Man, I applied for that, boy, and I got denied. I'm like, bro, what am I doing? But again, I'm like 15, 16, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then it hurt my credit like later down the line, but I didn't know that. Right. And then when I went to go get this car, when you talking about the profile, that's probably something that they saw back then.
And, yeah, so let me elaborate on that. Hear me go giving credit lessons now. So, okay. So a good credit score just meaning like you can have nothing negative. You can have nothing negative on your credit and not have a good profile. I've seen people with 700, 750s, with 780s get denied because the profile. Think about this. A lender is looking to see your relationships with other lenders. They're looking to see if you ever had a car. They're looking to see if you're responsible with your credit cards. Is your credit limits low? What's your credit age? How long have you been responsible with credit? Do you have a mortgage on your credit? So when they see that other lenders trust you over a long period of time, they probably going to want to lend money to you. But the thing is, you had a good credit score, but you didn't have a profile. So I can argue that you didn't have credit. The interest showed that. Mm-hmm. Because when I go get a car, I'm not paying over 5%.
Man, when I seen that, I was like, what the heck? But I was like,
You
didn't know
don't
nothing
know.
about it. Yeah.
But that's the idiot tax. We all pay it. Just like, that's the same thing I say. It's like, the dummy tax is, excuse me, the dummy tax you're going to pay is with your time. The idiot tax is just going to be you not knowing. That's what mentorship.
Man, when I go get this new car, you coming with me, man. You coming with me.
But yeah, I would even say it's like, if anybody going to go get a car loan, don't go to the dealership to get a car loan. Go to your bank.
Yep. I'm gonna be telling
the
you that.
bank you got a relationship with and have them cut you the check. Like when I got my Tesla, that was the first car I got financed for because I had bad credit when I was younger. That's why I can't judge you.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to Bank of America, they gave me the loan at 4%. And they gave me business credit cards because I had a relationship with that bank. And then I took that to Tesla and got the Tesla. They cut me the check, I go to Tesla. So my loan is with the bank. Plus, and you look at my credit score, you didn't see 100 inquiries on there. It was one inquiry. But you got to remember, that was a business loan. So I got the Tesla. I got 2 business credit cards. So I walked out of there with $40,000 in funding and a Tesla that I put $0 on.
Was that a brand new Tesla?
It was like, I chose like the one a couple years older.
Why? Is there a reason money
Price.
wise? Yeah.
I'm still cheap. Yeah, the price was a lot better on that car. That's why I decided to go with that. The next thing I want to get into is delivering on your promise. Listen, in business, if you say you're going to do something, like we got a 45-day money back guarantee. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I have to get it done. If you say you're going to deliver on some content, let's say if you say I'm going to be done with all of this content on Friday, I don't care what it costs you. I don't care how hard it is. If you say you're going to deliver it by Friday, get it done. Because think about this. If you can't deliver on your promise, let's just say you bad at it. You do know people going to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news travel way faster than good news. You got this one person, you did a great job with their content. You have one person to slander you and bash you on every social media platform you got on Google. When your review's bad, people coming to check you out, like I said earlier. Your content is your brand awareness. It's your social proof. Imagine if somebody get on there and they see it's like, oh, Kevon did this. Oh, he didn't record all my content. He did a bad edit. What do you think is going to happen when 10 more people want to come make an inquiry, but they're going to check your content first and they see all these bad reviews?
Yeah.
So that's
I ain't
why
gonna lie, when I go on Amazon, I gotta look at them reviews.
delivering is so important. Delivering on your promise is very important. And another thing, when I say deliver, you got to make sure, if you say, like, you got to go, like, business-wise this year.
Yeah. Well, it's a new year, so happy New Year's to you too. By the way, I haven't talked to you this year.
Appreciate you.
I definitely want to get a minimum of 10 clients based off of how my life is going right now.
Yeah.
I want to get at least 10 more clients by like the middle of the year.
So let me ask you this. Do you have a system in place to serve those clients?
So I'll say somewhat. I got like how I want to do it, things I want to say, I really want to say the scripts, but I kind of like got it in my head on what I want to serve people based off of my services.
I would say, okay, I'll just give you an example, like for Visitor Summit, because this is about like credit repair, but I'm diving into your business as well. So these are all of the, like, when you need automations and you need to be able to delegate to other people. So I would say when people are ready to hire a virtual assistant first is going to be your first hire and the smartest, because you can train them to do all aspects of your business. Hey, I need this done, and you basically don't want them to do the busy work. If it don't make money, the CEO should not be doing it. Like, imagine me when I got into credit repair. This is how crazy I was. I used to brag to my friends. It was like, hey, I'm the best disputer in the city. Can't nobody remove more late payments than me, more student loans than I can. In my mind, I thought that was a flex. But as a CEO, why am I bragging about doing factory work? I'm supposed to be making money. So just imagine this. If I make phone calls, right, I'm closing at $1,000 a person. It takes me about 15 minutes to close. In the ideal world, in an hour, I can close $4,000. So why would I get away from this $4,000 to go and do this $4 an hour job? And I thought that was a flex. But that's the reason why most small companies stay small, because they don't delegate or they don't use automations. So now the most important things for me with the 10-80-10 rule, which is what we went over last week, is delegating. Make sure I hire the right people and put people in place. And I would say if people are looking for stuff to automate stuff, I will go into ManyChat. Anytime somebody message you or they comment, you can send an automatic DM to them. The next thing I would say, go high level. Go high level, you can run your whole business from there and automate emails. You can make phone calls from there. You can put your whole team on there. The next thing I would say, Claude AI. Claude AI is beautiful. It's a coding app. It made me, this was crazy because I was using it for probably 6-7 months. And I was using that 10% until I asked the smartest question in my mind that I've ever asked it. I said, hey, I know I've been having you do a lot of stuff for me. What am I not asking you, or what can you do that I'm not asking you? It told me that I was using it at 10%. It literally showed me so many other things it could automate in my business. It's this thing for outreach. It made me a little app. I'm saying this the right way. It's an app where it's hey, if I have somebody on my team sending out DMs, it will go on there and basically hey, I sent this person. It's a slot that says Instagram. I can put their name in. I can put their response in. I can put all the information for this person. I can click it in. So let's say if I hit up 50 people, I can type in all 50 people to this app, and everybody on the team can have all their information and everything to happen. And I can do this on Instagram. I can do this on YouTube. I can do this on LinkedIn. So I would say Claude, and it's $19
a month.
Yeah.
So what about Go High Level?
PowerPoint slides, everything. It's a coding app.
What about Go High Level?
Go High Level can do everything. I would say that that's the most powerful CRM out there.
Okay.
I would definitely suggest Go High Level, but if you can't afford it, I would say start out with Claude. If you start out with Claude, and I would say ManyChat, because they have a future on ManyChat. If somebody follow you, it can send them an automatic DM.
From following?
Yeah. If somebody follow your Instagram, it can send an automatic DM out to them. So I would definitely say that that's great for a conversation starter. And obviously, Credit Repair Cloud. So Credit Repair Cloud, it's a service where you can download and import people's credit report. And they can also have a portal where they can see the updates. I would say that's very important to have. Google Workspace to storage all of your docs, super important. So all the information you get from Claude, you make an SOP, which is Standard Operation Procedures. Definitely need those, because you need to understand.
While you doing that, explain what CRM is too.
It's just like a client relationship manager. So it's you can do automations where you can send out automatic emails. You can manage all of your social media, like your Google My Business, all social media platforms you can put on there. It's really nothing you can't do. And it's it got AI tracking. You can make AI calls on there. It can reach out and call people. It got an AI. It's crazy. It's $99 a month, but it's crazy. And that's another thing. I was using that at 10% when I went over $500,000 in my credit repair business. So I wasn't even fully utilizing it. So it's a whole nother level to that. So 2026 is going to be crazy. Understanding that. And I would say, yeah, and a virtual assistant, like I said before, that is the most important things when it comes to delivering, delegating, and automations. I think that those are all things that everybody need to have.
I think based off of that, and you only made $500,000 just without that?
Man, I was using it, but at 10%, I was that's the thing about it. We pretty much a lot of times we react to stuff, but we not fully utilizing it. It's a coding app to have the ability to do anything. I'm sitting here hand doing most stuff. Think about it. Think about how you use ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT when you need it, right? When you're confused about something, you don't ever go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, I want to build this out. What am I not doing wrong? Consult all of this and put all of your information in there and just tell it to consult it. What do I need? What do I not see? Why am I not hitting my goals? And be honest with it. Put all of your information in there. That can be your first mentor before you can afford mentorship.
AI?
Yeah. That was my mentor before I could afford mentorship. Man, people out here, numbers is 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Everybody ain't got money like that.
Shoot, I know I don't.
Even when I didn't have it, I had it. So I would say this. Imagine this. Imagine if somebody kidnapped your mom and they said, we want $10,000 or she's dead in the next 12 hours. Do you think you could figure out how to get a $10,000?
Yeah.
What's the problem? You got $10,000. Everybody got $10,000. Because that's the thing. When I started investing into mentorship, I didn't have $10,000. I didn't, quote unquote, I didn't have it either. I figured it out. I made a way. There's a such thing as payment plans. You got Afterpay, you got Klarna. You can work it out with the mentor.
Where's that person know you got bad credit? So I'm just playing.
But that's the thing though. That's a mental blockage. Like anytime you say "what if," whatever you about to say after that is negative. It's a limiting belief. It's just like when people say "I am." You can say "I am not good at this." I am not the best. Anytime you about to say "I am," you about to say a negative belief about yourself. You just said if push come to shove and somebody had your mom for 12 hours, you can get 10 grand. So if you really want to get into mentorship, you could. You just limiting yourself with your belief system.
Yeah. Even when you put it like that, that's a scary kind of thing to think. Like, you really got the power to do anything you want. You just got to.
Yeah, it's like growing up and all this stuff we go through, all of the failures, the stress. Because you got to think about it. Our mindset as kids, when we was 10 years old, at 12-year-old, I'm going to do this. It don't happen. At 16, I'm going to do this. It don't happen. When I turn 21, I'm going to do this. When I turn 25, I'm going to be in the NBA. I'm going to have this house. And when all those things don't happen, it create a wall that's not real. But the real problem was the actions it took to get to what you said in those years you didn't take. You didn't do it. So that's why you didn't get to that. If you do the action steps every day, that's why I always say, I hate goal lists. Hate is a strong word. I dislike goal lists because when people make these visual boards and people say, I'm going to do this, they're forgetting the action steps. Just like I say this all the time. If you say, hey, you're lazy. No, stop watching TV and start doing this. Change action. It's the action steps. Instead of making a goal, I'd rather hire a mentor and put all the things he tell me on the calendar. And if I stack up all of these small things, it's going to change the outcome of my business. So I would say, instead of for goals, just create different action steps. Put it on your calendar. Actually get up and do it. It's one thing to say, like, hey, I want to make $1 million. I'm pretty sure everybody feel that way. Everybody want to be rich, but they're not trying to get rich. Because you will already be on the way. You won't need the help of people as much as you do if you really was trying to do it. I think people
habits and discipline and all that comes in.
That's what it come down to. Discipline, sacrifice. Like, people want something, but they don't want to give up nothing. You got to sacrifice something. Like for me, I sacrificed going out as much as I used to. I sacrificed all of the things that I was doing that was holding me back from the goals that I had. I sacrificed it and stopped doing that and started doing this. Like this year. I'm going to say it on camera so anybody can hold me accountable. I want to put out 4 videos a day. At least 5-6 days out of the week. I want to put out 4+ videos every day. Pieces of content. But that's because I want to grow my YouTube channel. So I'm going to be intentional about creating a lot of content. That's a decision I got to make. So what do I got to do? Maybe stop scrolling on YouTube, stop consuming YouTube, and create YouTube. Maybe instead of watching 3 football games on Sunday, I just come down here and create content, and then I go watch the highlights after. But those are the sacrifices that people don't want to make. And that's why people are not going to see the type of goals they want to go, because they're not willing to give nothing up. So when you say you got a goal to get 10 more clients or make an X amount of dollars, what's the production? What are you giving up? Write it down. I'm giving up this. And tell yourself, I'm not doing this no more. When you catch yourself about to do this, hey, we at it again. We doing it again. Let's fix this. People don't look in the mirror and talk to themselves enough. Like, I heard, there's one more thing, I'm going to let you go, so hold it on. So I was listening to this guy on a relationship podcast, and he said something that resonated with me. He was talking about like going through therapy and discovering the little boy in him. And he was like, And sometimes you gotta understand, it's like when you react in an insecure way, or when somebody say something to you and you just react, that little boy is still within you. Like, life is in phases. Like, the phase I was at 22, I'm not there at 24. I'm not there at 28. I'm not there at 30. So you got a different phase of life. But that little boy is still in you. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and talk to him. I'm proud of you. You deserve it. Keep going. Let's figure this out. Stay confident. Stay disciplined. I know this hard, just like I want to lose weight this year. I want to lose like 20, 30 pounds. So I got to watch what I consume. If I'm sitting around, maybe I need to get up and go to the gym. So stop sitting around. Like I said earlier, instead of saying being lazy, stop sitting down watching sports. Maybe go to the gym. Get you an hour workout in. Go hit the track. But those are the things that people aren't willing to do. So they're never going to get the outcome of what they want because they're never going to put in the production and the action work that it takes.
Facts. See, I ain't gonna lie, I've been saying I need to get my cardio and everything back together. That's why I've been out at the gym doing what I gotta do. Trying to at least, even when it come down to hooping, at least trying to hoop 3 times a week, just so I can at least get my cardio back, so when I want to play in the league or when I'm doing other stuff, I'm not as tired. And then, because there was a point in time where I did stop, and now I'm out of shape, and now I'm just gonna go to get right back in it.
Right.
And a lot of people, like you said, always say, I want to do something, but then don't ever do it. They scared of that extra work that they gotta put in.
But that's the thing about it. It's not extra work. You just have to stop doing this and start doing this. Mm-hmm. Because that's the thing. We all get 24 hours in a day. I might not get as much fun time as you, but making content and studying content, that is fun to me. That is like vacation. So it's not extra work. It's just you stop doing this and start doing this. That's the difference. You stop doing something with no payoff and you do something that's going to give you a payoff. It's not going to take you extra time. Like, what did you do today?
Shoot, today, you want me to be honest?
Yeah, I do.
Woke up, went to go eat with this nigga and came out here.
Okay, so how much time do you think you spent eating?
He was there for about an hour.
So imagine if you took that hour and put it into marketing. Imagine all of the things you did, because it's what right now? It's 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So imagine if you would have just took 2-3 hours out of what you already been doing and put it into what you want. That's not extra work. That's different work. That's something that's going to help you get closer to the thing that you want. It didn't take you extra time because you don't get extra time. You just get 24 hours like me. But the difference is I ain't going to play with mine. I'm going to jam-pack everything into my day. Like everything, like my schedule is going to look like this is 30 minutes, this for 20, this for an hour, and that's how my day look. And that's how somebody, and then delegating the automations too. So I might be able to get 100x more work than you get. Let's say like content. This is so fascinating. Like even like I think I sent you a screenshot of this earlier. And the last 24 hours, somebody watched 48 hours of our content of just getting started on YouTube. In 24 hours, somebody spent 48 hours watching us. That's how you get a 2x on your time. Think about that. In 24 hours, somebody consumed us for 48.
Wait, what do you mean?
So the watch hours on the content in 24 hours.
You saying one person did that?
No. That's what the watch time for the day was.
Oh.
The watch time for the day was 48 hours. That's how you 2x your time.
Okay.
Like I was listening to my mentor Omar, and he's killing it in this space. His month he added up the month worth of views he had of watch hours, and it ended up being like 300 years of watch time. Yeah, watch time. That's what it added up to in 28 days.
The nigga, what the
and he record what, one podcast a week? Yeah.
300 years is crazy.
But that's the beauty of content, though. That's how much somebody can consume you. That's how you go out and get more leads. Create enough content to answer the questions. Then when they get on the phone with, imagine that much people. Imagine how many phone calls. You would never be able to make 300 years worth of phone calls.
Not at all.
So how can you beat him? By just trying to do the thing one person at a time. Mm-hmm. That's how powerful content is. That's why I built the studio. Because I understood that. Like I got another buddy who was saying he's doing $200,000 a month and just creating content.
Oh, for YouTube?
Yep.
That's
just
fire.
create content.
Yeah,
The next thing, so the next thing I want to get into is pricing. Most people are scared to ask for more money. This is what I think it is. Most people will be scared to ask for more money. I think they try to sell out of their own pocket. I think that's the problem. Like, if I say, like, hey, charge $1,500 for your services, you're going to think about how much money you got. And then that's what's going to create that invisible wall we keep talking about. That's how you create it. Because you're thinking, like, dang, man, I wouldn't spend $1,500 on content. That's too much money. But in reality, you're solving somebody's problem in another tax bracket from you. So you can't sell out of your pocket. You're selling out of theirs. Because you don't know. Maybe they paid their last cameraman $2,500 before
I ain't gonna lie, I definitely thought about that. Cause I'm like, I know I can use my phone, but I gotta still put in some money for this other stuff to help me help them.
But
and I
that's
thought,
that
like, man,
you create.
who's gonna spend 6 bands on a camera like that?
But this is the thing. People don't know this. On social media, like I was listening to my mentor, he said you get more views off of the phone content versus camera content. So most of his like reels and shorts and stories he create with his phone, even though he got these $10,000, $20,000 lenses and cameras. So think about that. Don't focus on the phone. Focus on the value you provide. So let me go back into that. This is how I'm confident enough to charge a lot more than what the market is for credit repair services. Because if you want to charge more money, guess what you got to do? Get better at the thing. Work on your skill. Think about this. Let's just say basketball. We both basketball fans. If you want to go from college to the NBA, you just have to be skilled enough. So what do? You go get better at your craft. What do you do as a videographer? You go pay a coach this where you want to be. And he's going to teach you how he built the skill up to be confident enough to charge that amount of money. So in credit repair, how can I say that I can charge more? Because I can fix credit faster. Because I'm going to use not one method, all methods. I'm going to send letter certified mail to the original creditor. I'm going to send a letter to TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. I'm going to launch a complaint through the Better Business Bureau. I'm also going to send another complaint through the Big Brother, which is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So I'm going to use all of those methods while most people is using one of them. While one people is using one method, I'm going to use several methods. So that way, my results is going to come back way faster than most people's results. So I'm not charging for credit repair because you can fix your credit on your own. It's going to take you longer. I charge for speed. Why do you think I want to fix the problem of somebody who's looking to get into their dream house? They got a timeline. Why do you think I want to fix the problem of somebody who need a car yesterday? Because of their timeline. Somebody who need funded for their business because they got to get this project done. Timeline. So you charge for speed. Success loves speed. The faster you can do something or the better you can do that at the service, the more money you can make. Like you can charge entrepreneurs $1,200, $1,500. We both know somebody to do it at that price. That's because his results is that good, he can charge that much money. So the thing is, if you want to charge more money, you got to get that much skill at the thing. You got to add another service. You got to set yourself apart from other businesses. Why choose me over them? My answer is speed.
That's something I need to think about. What I can do better than somebody else.
Culture. Have somebody ahead of you pay you to do the thing. Like there's somebody ahead of you to know things about the camera you don't understand. They know things about helping people create content that's going to generate capital that you don't understand. They know how to help people become viral. So why wouldn't you learn? Like that's the thing about it. We make this thing up in our head. We try to go against the wheel. I'm going to do it my way and I'm going to figure it out. I got this. I know how to create content because I watched this YouTube video.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. For example, this guy that I was talking to, that was a content creator, but he's trying to get like the movies and stuff. And I think I told you about this before. I was talking to him, and I seen a video, they like just scrolling on Instagram or whatever, and it was for another entrepreneur, but that's not his niche. But like it was something I'm like, oh, this is sweet. Like I want to do this. Like this is kind of what I want to do. It was an interview style, by the way.
Yeah.
And I reached out to him, asked him if I can talk to him and stuff like that, and like see what he did how I can get to do it. And he told me like, yeah, you got to do this and that. I didn't have access to a camera at the time, and I didn't know nothing about all the extra stuff inside the camera. I thought, you just press a button. But he was telling me like, yeah, like to get this look and to get that look, to make this look like this, you gotta have the ISO at this number, and like the frames per second, all this here now. I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
But when I finally got access to the camera and I started seeing it and playing with it, I'm like, oh, now everything makes sense because he told me ahead of time, and it it works out now. Now I know what I'm doing.
Right.
So now I can kind of get what you mean by that.
And that's the thing, like, that's probably only a piece of the stuff that he understands. There's so much more that goes into that. That's the thing. This is the thing about, I learned this from my mentor. And I don't even know if it was a selling point, but he had a point where he was like, I was looking for one-on-one coaching, but he only do group coaching. He was saying, group coaching is better. Imagine if you in a group coaching call, somebody asked a question that you didn't even think about.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said that, I'm looking like he might be selling me on being able to make more money talking to all of us. But he got a point, because there was questions that people asked, and it was about problems that I didn't even address. It's about things that I didn't even think about. I'm thinking like, oh my God, I got that problem too. Let me write this down. And he had a point. And the other thing about coaching, I can ask you questions in real time. There's things that I've been stressing about for years. I asked him a question. He solved my problems in 15 seconds. I could just press a button, get on a call, ask him a question. Boom. He solved a problem that I've been stressing with for 2 years in 15 seconds. But that's the thing. He's 10 years ahead of me.
So yeah, he already went through it, knowing trial, error, and all that.
And that's why it's like people think that when I say hire a coach, you think that I'm trying to sell you. You think that saving money is the smart way. When you save money, you waste time. You can get money back. You can't get time back. You cannot rewind to yesterday. I don't care how much money you got. If you use $1,000, you can get it back if you got the skill. You can just do the thing again and make the axe and get another $1,000. You can't get the time. So how do people try to tell you time is what?
Time is money.
It's not. Time is way more valuable. That's the difference between rich people and broke people.
Mm-hmm.
Rich people value their time way more than money. You can get money back because most people see money as just going out and paying bills. People think of money to go out, I'm gonna pay my bills and I'm gonna buy this. Like poor people, they want to pay their money. They want to use that to pay for stuff. Middle class people, they think they got the answer. They want to use credit to buy stuff they can't afford. Rich people, guess how they use money? They use money to make more money. Money is a tool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to spend my money to go buy another thing. If I got $1,000 service, this costs $3,000. I need to go close 3 clients.
So you use what's in your pocket. You want to make that money, so it's not really hurting your pocket.
Right. If I go pay for a $10,000 mentorship, what if I told you that $10,000 mentorship made me $400,000?
My bad.
Would you think I'm still crazy for doing that?
No, not at all.
I'm gonna see a 10x, a 100x, a 200x on my money. Why wouldn't I keep doing that thing? Because money is a what? It's a tool. It's leverage. I don't think to get money to just go pay for something. I think to get money, okay, now I can afford this information. What if the information you lack, what if you can pay somebody and then get all of their education? The information you don't got, you can buy it. You can buy somebody 30 years. That's why they say, if they want to hide information for you, where do they put it?
In like an ebook or something. Yeah.
That's the thing, because most of us ain't going to read it.
Nah, a lot of people don't even read nowadays, but that's what people try to teach us growing up. Like, read a book, you get smarter.
A lot of the information, and I just found this out, a lot of the information I pay tens of thousands of dollars for is in a book. Same information in the book. but I get access to ask him questions in real time. Because you know, when you put like information out there in the book, it's gonna be like something that's not in there.
Yeah.
So that's why I like live coaching. Like, I wouldn't want to be in business like without a coach or without a mentor or somebody that can help me through the process. Like, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I got this, or I'm not able to get more clients. He'd be like, oh, we'll do this and change this. Hey, I got this template. Go in here and grab this. Boom, problem fixed. Speed. Success loves speed. So how can somebody trying to figure it out themselves beat somebody like me that got multiple mentors that I can just a phone call or an email away?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I like from where I'm at in business now, I use my resources such as like my friends and stuff who's already in it. So I feel like me hiring somebody, like that would be like the cloud or the ChatGPT for me right now. Because obviously I don't got like tens of thousands of dollars to pay somebody, but I'm using my resources, what I have now, to learn the things that I need to learn in business.
Do you think you're using your resources?
Not 100% no. But I'm saying I can instead of paying it out.
Gotcha. You got anything else before we close it out?
Nah, I'm set.
Okay. So I appreciate y'all coming to watch us. Make sure you guys sign up for the free webinar. We will be giving away all of the game and showing you exactly how I got my business past past $500,000. I said $500,000 before I got my business to that point. And I also will have my ebooks and everything else if you want to read it. If you can't afford the services or do that, we got the free webinar and we got the ebooks. I'm going to see y'all on the other side. Appreciate you watching.